Dental Lab owners, welcome to the fourth video of our series about mastering DentNode. So in this video, we'll be creating our first product. So before we dive into creating the product, let's look at what we need for it. So you already might have your price list, like based on different categories. For example, like this is a sample brochure that we have, a price list we call it, where we have like metal restoration start full crown. For that it is like 300, and so on and so forth. There are different categories for implants and all that. So uh, and there are different marketing materials as well. So we want to bring this data into Labdash. So using this as a reference, I will create few of the products for you, and I can tell you how you can do it for your dental lab as well. So let's start by doing this. So for example, if you go to DentNode and go to products, you will see three sections here. Products, as of now we don't have any products. And second thing is the categories. So as you can see, we have few of the categories already. You can use these categories, or as is the new account, you can choose to delete them as well. I suggest if you're having a custom lamp, delete these categories. But if you happen to choose use one of them, you're free to do so. These are just like standard categories. So as our pricing menu have a custom categories, we might want to create our own. Okay, so let's do that. We deleted all the categories, and looking at the price list, the first category we'll be creating is metal restoration. Okay, so we just copied that text, go here and create a category. So before you create the product, you have to create the category. So we created a category called metal restoration. So how we did that, you go to the product section, you go to the categories, and you click on the create button, and you create this create button, and you select category, and this pop-up will come up. So let's create one more category here. We'll add products later on. PFM restoration CAD cam. Okay, so I copied it, I pasted it here. We don't need that. Oh, sorry, we don't need this. We don't need this dot, so we remove the dot, and we don't want PFM spaces in PFM. Okay, we want space here. Okay, fair enough, we created it. So these are the categories we have created. If you make a spelling mistake and anything like that, we can come here and change the name itself, so that is also allowed. Okay, now let's create the product. So to create a product, you can be in any either in the categories or a product, does not matter, and you can select this create button and click on products. So when section, you will see first thing you have to select a category. Okay, so for example, metal restoration, so it's a restoration task, and per crown we'll charge it according. We can refer to a price sheet anytime. So it's a per unit cost. I'll create two products here to explain you better. So let's do this thing first. So let's go and collect full crown, and for the restoration we charge 300 bucks. Oh, sorry, first of all, let's write the name of this. It's per unit cost, and per unit it's 300 rupees. We can name this thing anything, like if we say MR, this is basically for your numbering. So we'll discuss that in later, but just to give you a brief. So this, when you're creating an entry with this particular work type or job type, basically this will be your naming convention. So it will start as MR01, if there is a second case MR02, and so on and so forth. So just by looking at the ID of this case, you can know which kind of work it is, right? So this kind of work takes like around 3 days for us to manufacture. We don't provide any warranty on this, and our manufacturing cost, this won't be revealed to the user or any client and all that. It will be used in your reporting, how much profit you generate. So our unit economics is like, for us it's like for 150 bucks including everything, this is the manufacturing cost. You can find out from an accountant how to do that, right? And we can create a product. So we have created one product. The pricing type is standard, and manufacturing on so on and so forth. Let's create one more product here, the PFM part. So we'll select PFM, we'll refer to this, it's like PFM crown bridge per unit. Okay, this is also per unit, but we have not mentioned it. But yeah, okay, we don't have to mention per unit anyway. We can select this here. Per unit it was 850 rupees. 850 rupees. For this we just say PFM. Okay, now this is the PFM one only. Warranty we provide for, okay, what's this thing, per unit. If we provide warranty, the price increases. So let's say this is the basic one. We don't provide any warranty on this, and unit economics is this thing. So we have two products ready. Let's now create with some more different prices, like different this thing. Acrylic work. Yeah. For example, acrylic work. If there is a work where it is you know you have to create a price based on the jaw part, like you might have a fixed price for a jaw. It might be also useful for 3D printing, right? So in a case if you are adding 3D printing, we don't have category for it, so let's create a category for this. We call it misc, so that we can add all this miscellaneous things into there. Misc. Now let's create per job pricing. Create product. Now we have a pricing not per unit, per job. So UI will be different for this. Instead of a tooth selector, you will get upper and lower jaw selector, right? So we'll say per jaw, it's like 600 rupees. And we call it, oh, first we have to select the MISC also. And we say 3D printed jaw. Okay. And we say MS for this. It will take 1 day only, and it will be part. Generally, it could be a part of some other case. So we can, in a particular in for one particular case, there could be multiple jobs. So we will categorize it like that. For us, it's like just 200 rupees, maybe less than that. But yeah, let's keep it like this. So this is the per unit pricing. Now, there's one more type of pricing, which is called dynamic pricing and variable pricing. You can learn more about them by clicking on this menu. It will tell you how this pricing works. But most of the time, you will be using per unit pricing and per job pricing only. And pricing can get a bit more complicated with the help of add-ons. So these add-ons also, like you can include. So for example, a doctor asks for, like some extra work in a case, so these add-ons also can be included. So these are the advanced pricing. I will suggest you going more through the docs here. It will explain you better. In this video, I want to keep it simple so that everybody can follow along, but Labdash can do a lot more advanced uh, pricing type as well. If you have any doubt, please just help. You can reach us to our customer care, and they will help you whatever pricing module you are trying to develop. So that's about the pricing module. So not pricing, the how you create the products and the pricing around it. So these are the two parts. So we already have a products, we already have doctor. In the next part, which is the most exciting part, we'll be creating the cases. So I hope to see you in that video. Thank you so much.